Hey guys, what's up and welcome. Today we are going to be doing some fun red, white, and blue farmhouse DIYs, and we are getting ready for the 4th of July coming up on Saturday. So I hope you guys are having a great week, and let's get into these. All right, for this first one, you are going to need 20 little popsicle sticks. I'm making 2 little coasters that look like flags. So right now I'm just kind of counting them out to see like how many I need for each one. And after I counted out 20, I'm going to take them out and spray paint them with this white color that has a primer. It's not like dark, like a heavy white by any means, because I'm going to repaint these. I just kind of wanted to do them white so that they would, like the colors would cover easier. So the first thing I'm going to do is just start gluing them down the side of, I'm going to put 2 little popsicle sticks underneath. So I'm just going to start gluing them onto those. Next, I went ahead and took my pencil and just kind of made a little square, and this is going to represent the part where the stars are. So this will be the blue part, and I'm just taking some navy acrylic paint that I got from Walmart, and I'm just going to paint the little square this blue color, and then we are going to follow it up with the red and white stripes, and then I'm going to draw some stars too. For the stars, I'm just taking a teeny tiny paintbrush that I have, and I'm just kind of freehanding the stars. I wasn't sure how many I was going to make just because I didn't know how many would fit, and I ended up having to make them kind of big because the brush was a little bit thicker than I wanted. So I only made 3 little stars, but I think it turned out cute anyways. Right, for this next one, I'm going to take an empty wine bottle and some twine, and I am going to start wrapping the twine around the bottle. And you're going to want to glue it at the bottom because you want it to stay in place. And then once you're wrapping it around like most of the bottle, you don't really need to glue it. I glued it every so often just to hold it in place. And then once you get back up to the top, you're going to want to start gluing it a little more as well, just to hold it in place. And then once I had it all finished up, I took it outside and spray painted it with this white spray paint. This step was completely unnecessary because it really didn't stick to it, and you really don't need to see, you guys can tell, like you can hardly even see the white, so you don't even need to do that step. You can just start painting it with a paintbrush, and it holds a lot better with that. So what I'm doing now is I measured out the wine bottle, and it's about 1 foot long, and I want to do 3 different spots, like red, white, and blue. So I am measuring out 4-inch pieces so that I can do the red, the white, and the blue. So I'm just taking my paints, and all these paints are from Walmart. They're the Apple Barrel brand, and this color is just bright red, and then I'm using that regular white and then that navy colored blue. All right, for this next one, I'm taking some foam board and these little Jenga blocks. So you're gonna need 6, 7, 8, 10 pieces, 10 little Jenga blocks for each one. I'm gonna make 2 little signs. So what I'm doing is just measuring them out to see how much of the foam board I'm gonna need. And then once you have it laid out how you want it, I'm just gonna take a pencil and kind of trace around it. It doesn't have to be neat by any means because you can cut it. If it's not right, you can cut it once you have it glued together. So I'm just going to trace those and then go ahead and cut those out with my X-Acto knife. Now I'm going to go ahead and paint one of them that same navy blue color, and then the other one is going to be that same red color that I've been using. And you're going to want to do about 2 coats just to make sure that the foam board is completely covered. And now I'm just going to take a black permanent marker and I'm going to write, I'm going to kind of do like the Ray Dunn style of writing, and I'm going to put freedom on one of them and then USA on the other one. So I had wanted to do black for both of them just because I didn't have a white marker. I wanted to do white, but I just didn't have a marker. So I did the freedom in black, and then when I got to the USA one, you couldn't really see the black marker on the navy, so I ended up writing it on there and then I went over it with my white paint. Next, you're going to take those Jenga blocks and start gluing them on, and I'm just going to use my hot glue gun and glue them right on top of the foam board. And then if there's any excess sticking out, just go ahead and cut it off with your X-Acto knife. And I just think these turned out so cute. And you could also stain the wood if you wanted to, but I kind of like how it is. All right, for this next one, you can make this whatever size you want. We are going to be doing little firecrackers. So these are actually my favorite. So what I wanted to do was just have 3 pieces of poster board that were different sizes. So I would say the biggest one is maybe 12 inches and the smallest one is maybe around 6 inches. So you just want to make sure they're all different lengths. And then you are just going to start rolling these to make little like little cylinders, and you're going to want to take your hot glue and glue them in place. And it's okay if the back, like you can see where the seam is, it's fine because that's going to be covered, it's going to be in the back, or it's, yeah, you won't even see that part. So just go ahead and roll these to make little cylinders and do that for all 3 of them. Next, I'm taking those same paint colors and I'm going to paint one of them blue, one of them white, and one of them red. So I chose to do the biggest one blue, the medium one is the white, and then the smaller one is the red, but you guys can do it however you want. Next, you're going to need 3 little circles that are the size of the opening of the little cylinders, because these are going to be the tops of the little firecrackers, and we're going to end up sticking pipe cleaner into those. So I cut out one and then I just trace that for the other 2, and the sizes don't need to be perfect. They'll fit in there and you won't even be able to tell. So once you get those all cut out, I'm going to actually go ahead and paint them so that they match the actual firecrackers. And now for the blue one, I'm going to take that same little white paintbrush and I'm going to draw stars on this one as well. And you can just put them wherever you want. I just kind of spaced them out and just how I thought that they looked cute. And you're just going to want to do this for the entire thing. And you don't have to really worry about the back, like I said, because no one's going to see the back, but just make sure that the front and the sides have stars on them. And then for the red one, I'm just going to make little stripes around it, and I'm taking that same little white paintbrush and doing that. Now I'm taking those little tops and I'm just cutting a little hole in the top, and I'm taking a black pipe cleaner and I'm just going to stick that down in the center, and it's just going to kind of look like the firecracker, like the stem of it. And you're just going to kind of stick it in there and then bend it on the bottom. You could glue it if you wanted to, but it's not going to go anywhere. And then you do this for all 3 of them, and then just go ahead and stick them in the cylinders and add a little glue so that they don't fall out. And then once those are all finished, you're going to go ahead and glue them together so that they stay in place. And I'm just taking a little hot glue and gluing the white one on first, making sure that the seams are in the back, and then I'm going to take the red one and just stick that right in the front. And then I'm just taking some of this small twine from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut a pretty long piece, and I'm going to wrap it around a few times and then tie it in a cute little bow. And I just love how this one turned out. I think this one is my favorite. All right, for this last one, we are going to be taking some foam board and cutting out like the size of a picture. I would say it's probably like an 11 by 14. And we are going to make a little mason jar with flowers. So I'm just cutting this out with my X-Acto knife, and then we are going to wrap it up like a little present. I'm going to be using this wrapping paper that I got from Walmart, and it looks like wood. I love this stuff. I've done a couple DIYs with it. And so you're just going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to glue it in some spots just so that it stays in place. Now I'm taking a little mason jar template that I freehanded it on some poster board, and then I cut it out, and I'm just going to trace it on here with my black Sharpie. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw the little lines for like the top of the mason jar. And this part isn't completely necessary because once you get the flowers on there, you won't really see it, but I just liked how it looked. And then I'm going to go ahead and write USA on the mason jar. Next, I'm taking these flowers, these are from Walmart, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them off the stems. And then for this, I'm actually going to take them off of like the individual little flowers. I'm going to take them off of the greenery, and I'm just going to start gluing them to the little top part of the mason jar. And there's no rhyme or reason, I'm just gluing them so that they are kind of spread out and separated. And just add as many as you'd like. I didn't use that many because I ended up putting some of the other flowers in the wine bottle as well. And that is it for this one. This one was super easy, and all of these DIYs were super easy and very inexpensive to make. So let me know down in the comments below which one was your guys' favorite. And I hope you guys all have a happy and safe 4th of July, and we will see you all soon. Bye.